My name's Sasha, and I run a non-binary project, Breaking the Binary, at the Unity Centre in Swansea. So for me, I kind of don't feel that I fit into either of those. Like I wouldn't describe myself as kind of being so much as on the spectrum between male and female as kind of apart from it. I would still say I have a gender, but it's kind of neutral and grey. I go like bi non-binary generally to like people, but more specifically I go with like neutral.
Yeah.
So it's kind of it sounds like, you know, it's nice and French. That kind of like neutral element and like the kind of separate from male and female.
Yeah.
So not like third gender because that's a very colonial heavy term, but I'm going to academic, aren't I? But no, so for me, like, I'd say like my core is kind of always very separate, and then I feel like I would like to like, present as either like masculine on some days, feminine as others, or like a kind of androgynous mix. But like in myself, I don't really feel like I identify with either masculine or feminine. Being non-binary, like I kind of like I often feel like I have to kind of fight against those kind of boxes, I guess, to kind of be accepted for like being neither of those in those boxes. So no, there's definitely kind of like stereotypically like male people, very like muscular and macho, and then kind of dainty diminutive women. It's like, why? But no, so there's definitely kind of archaic kind of thoughts around that. Well, one thing to bear in mind is that like a lot of these terms can mean different things to different people. So I think it's always best to like ask someone if you like, and if they're comfortable sharing like how they kind of experience their gender. So yeah, you kind of one that's quite common in has had some kind of visibility is gender fluid. So that would be someone whose kind of gender kind of can change. It can be multiple genders at the same time. It could just be one gender, and it could change like daily, hourly, weekly. But it's that kind of fluidity. And then there's kind of a kind of androgynous bracket. So that would kind of be someone who identifies as someone kind of in the middle of male and female. Has agender, kind of genderless type of feel. They don't have a gender. You can also have, and then with the kind of agender and gender fluid, you have gender flux, which could be someone whose gender like changes, but also kind of they change in how gendered they feel. Demigender, it's like demi-boy or demi-girl, kind of somewhere in between agender and like, gendered. And then yeah, there's kind of the term that I like identify with, neutral, or like, and that would be into the kind of gender neutral kind of bracket. So for me personally, it's kind of neither masculine nor feminine, and it's not kind of, for me, it's not on that scale. It's kind of separate. And they also have like polygender, so this would be like bigender, trigender, pangender, so kind of identifying with more than one gender. We also have like genderqueer, which can come under the non-binary label from like kind of colonial times. So a lot of these terms have colonialist connotations, and I mean, I personally would be uncomfortable using them if I wasn't from kind of ethnic group. So you have like Two-Spirit in kind of Native American traditions, and then the Hijra, kind of South Asia. But again, that's kind of something that I wouldn't really feel comfortable kind of describing, because I'm not from that community. But there's a kind of different societal views on gender throughout the world. But there's also intergender, which is, I think, now kind of used more as a term for intersex people, but I think historically it's also been used as kind of someone between masculine and feminine, traditionally. But I think nowadays it's more it's a kind of intersex only term. Side note, I would feel quite uncomfortable like going, this is what these labels definitively mean, because they kind of mean something unique and different to every person. Nice if like people were free to self-identify as they felt, but I think that's a fair bit off. I think the next step, which is kind of starting to happen, would be like kind of a legal kind of gender that isn't male or female. And I think like just kind of more kind of exposure and visibility. We're starting to see that now with kind of gender fluidity. But again, that's only kind of one aspect of being non-binary, like, and you kind of have some like androgynous models and stuff. But again, like non-binary is a very broad term, and kind of some aspects of it haven't got that accepted.